Hello everybody, my name is Miriam Divine, and this is our new moon reading with Mother Hecate. And last night I did my Hecate working. You can find it on Facebook. Anyway, today's November 20th, and we're just going to read from this deck only. And I may or may not need my glasses. We will see. And I don't know why none of these candles were on sale. They were a little bit melty, which is fine. Let's see, they look good. Okay, they're okay on camera. And I don't know why I put my Athame here. I just think it look cool. But we'll see. These candles are actually going to get prepped for next cycle, next new moon, from this new moon. So they sit on my altar for an entire month. But anyway, let's begin. So, Mother Hecate, what is your message for me and everybody watching? Your general message? She's saying draw one, and that's our one right there. Try to jump out, and we will go from here. I assume there'll be more clarifiers. And it is the Nine of Wands in reverse. So upright, the Nine of Wands is this almost completion, taking a very deep focus in on one item. There's also another couple things, maybe possibly feeling like you're behind a fence with vacuum behind you. However, and it's also a night kind of card, right? This is not a day thing. However, in reverse, we're looking at all this massive focus. Feels kind of like you should turn around and stop being blinded by something. Is kind of what I'm getting. And what are we looking at here? What is this that's almost like blinding us in our field? That's kind of like over focus. Maybe it's like there's too much something. So let's draw Hecate. What is this that's coming? What is this focus that you're saying that's too much for us and that we need to turn around? Well, this is one question time. What is the focus? She's not like she wants to show us. She's saying, I'm not going to tell you what that focus thing is. You know what it is. It's something in your life that is like overpowering. And so what do we need to turn around then and see? So she doesn't want to tell us about the focus, but what do we want to turn around? What are we turning around? What are we going to find? And it's these cards right here that are jumping off the top. And the Four of Pentacles, right? We are going to find that there is something that was so dear to us that it was causing us to miss other things. It's going to miss the major city, the crops, and it's been stealing away our time, right? It's been, kind of like going on a secret journey, but it hasn't. It's almost acted like the thief, stealing away our time. And when we turn around, we're going to notice these things. We're going to see these things. So, but that doesn't say what we're turning around to see. I almost feel like she's saying there's nothing to see. You're going to turn around and look at a void. And that's okay, is what she's saying. It's okay to look at that void. Hecate. She's saying draw another one. Okay, Hecate. Is this part of the first message or not? Not? Kind of is, but semi-separate. She says go ahead and spin them once. Okay. I do pre-shuffle everything though. So but there we go. Those are very mixed a little bit more. She's saying this card, actually these two cards, these three cards are the next piece of the message. So it actually comes out like this. So we're looking at the Queen of Swords. And I'm going to draw all three of these and look at them all. And the Ten of Cups and the Moon. Okay. So this is like kind of like the message. And it's kind of interesting they came out this way versus this way. Even though we normally read this way, it reads this way, which means a little backwards, which is fine. It's fine to read this backwards, right? And things might feel a little backwards for you. I mean, I guess there's some Asian cultures that read from the other side, but that's not what we're looking at here. Oh, yeah. It's a little interesting. Feel a little bit constricted in the throat as I can start to hear my voice starting to crumble a little bit. Okay. The Queen of Swords is being in this mastery of thinking and doing, kind of like you're at the top of your A game in this like mental state. You'll be very clear. Things will be obvious. There will be little things. You'll be able to notice the small things, is what I'm seeing. And the Ten of Cups is this like, there will be a lot of emotional completion, maybe with some friends. They're going to hold you in this like scarf rainbow. But there are some others. Yeah, some others are looking in. There are some others there too, but you are going to have one emotional major fulfillment, but there are other ones coming as well. And then we have the Moon, which is this hidden thing. So all combined, what am I seeing here? Something you are doing with your it's not really a tangible thing, but something you are doing maybe in the creative or writing realm or working with something in your mental space is going to lead to this fulfillment in a very deep, magical way, is what I'm reading this as. Do we need more clarity on this? No, okay. She's saying draw another set. That was strange. She didn't say there's no more in there. Draw another set. Okay, I'll do that again. She's saying this is one of our cards right there. I could see it. It was Temperance. So okay. Which of course this is, boy, that card wanted to come out, didn't it? This of course is balance, right? Temperance is balance. And this card jumped right out with it. I didn't even shuffle. Do I need to shuffle some more? Okay, she says flip this one and then we'll get a clarifier. So this one is the End of Nightmare card, right? The Nine of Swords is in this, you're stuck in this major issue, right? And you just so overwhelmed. It's almost like nightmares occurring, but this is the end of those nightmares when it came out in reverse. And so this Temperance card and Balance of Nightmares, I don't know about you, but I've been getting a ton of very vivid dreams recently, and this new moon Scorpio stuff. Lots of little weird messages, downloads, synchronicities. They've been all over the place, right? And of course, last night I did this huge meditative journey working and offering with Hecate, and it's like all of this combined stuff, some of it good, some of it bad, but it needs to kind of balance out. So what are we saying here, Hecate? What are we balancing? I know the nightmares, which have been around for a while in your field, they've been overwhelming, these horrible things that have been occurring to all of us recently, maybe the last 3 months I see. She's saying you need a balance in that. So what are we balancing it with? What is the balance? That's the card. Interesting, the Eight of Swords. So, and this one came out upright. So this is, I find this kind of interesting. We're getting multiple mental cards, and this is all about seeing that all of this stuff in your field is a reflection. That's all it is. It's a mirage, a mirror. And in the mirror, you see everything is being bound. Everything as in this horrible zone. But in reality, you're just looking in and you're not bound. You're not blind. You're not being stuck in this zone. It is in your mental mind. And that's the balance. You need to realize there is a balance, that this stuff is there and it's just there. And once you do find it, now is this the balance? No, this is just the realization. This is the pivot of the balance. This is where you're going to see it, right? So let's draw one more for what's on the other side of this balance, right? You can see it. You know, that's what this message is about. Because temperance is not, you kind of don't always need to see it. But in this case, because it's all in this mental thing. And if we look up here, this might even be something you're working on that is the balance that's supposed to be over here. But we're going to draw one more and see what it points towards. And actually, I think I kind of see how this is all kind of going together with this massive focus and the thieves and things and holding on. I get this, you know, it's not just letting go physical things, it's letting go a lot of, you know, the thing that's over-focused. This is the over-focus here, right? This is our, I don't say it yet, but I think that's, I keep thinking, you know, it's going to be an earthly realm balance, but I don't think it is. I think it's going to be, she's saying no, I thought it was those two, but she says it's that one right there. Oh my God, I lost it. She says it's this one right here is the balance card. Okay. I know it's kind of weird. I saw it and then I had to grab it. So let's just set these over here for now. So, and this is interesting. It's the Emperor card. And I see this as, it's still kind of in the mental realm. The Emperor is still there, but he's the master. He's the control of everything. And that in an earthy space, this is not the Emperor, you know, he's a master of the mental game. He's the master of the emotional game. He's the master of the spiritual realm, master of all the elements, right? And what it is, it's like all this mental stuff, it's kind of like stuck here in this mental zone. And he's saying, when it's time, do the work, master your work, and move into this emotional abundance. Even if it's a hidden emotional abundance, he says the work doesn't have to be 100% known to do it. He says now that you recognize everything, you will be able to step through it and do what needs to be done. And you'll get out of this. You'll get out of this. You'll move. It's kind of a strange progression. I know this came out in the middle, but you're going to move from this focus zone in through this like temperance zone. Actually, really, temperance kind of goes in the middle here between the two, right? You'll move through this into this. Look, like it kind of works like that. It's almost like a spiral, like a Hecate spiral, right? You'll move through this into this, right? And interesting, that the final card is the Moon card. This is like this very beautiful, divine, magical, feminine card at the very end, where, you know, this card, though it shows a girl here, this is a very masculine type of energy, this Queen of Swords here. It's about stepping into your mental action, clarity, sitting down with nothing, which is kind of very feminine, but it's a very doing card. And when you do something, that's what's going to lead to your highest magic, your highest emotional strengths. And it's when you stop this focus. So what I'm going to tell you is take some time, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I would say even maybe even just the next few minutes, and sit down and think, what is it that is so whatever in my life that I am so focused on it that I'm kind of hoarding it. It's stealing my time. It's causing nightmares, right? Look at yourself. Look within and it's a mental thing. This is in your mind, not necessarily, and it might be something that has a physical component, like maybe you're having a relationship problem or something. It doesn't really matter. Maybe you're just focused on your job too much. Whatever that is, realize that it's mental game. It has nothing physical and it makes you feel like you're bound into it. And then make the decision, feel the balance of just relaxing in control, calm your mind, take that action of calming. You know, calming yourself is not just about inaction, it's about taking action to be calm. It's kind of a strange thought. And then it will lead you straight to your highest magic, your highest emotional happiness and joy, and probably lead you into beautiful, beautiful connections and emotions with others. And Hecate, do we have any more? She says, do the cycle reading, and I'll do that tomorrow. But this is what she's saying, and I can almost see what she's talking about here for me. I'm sure you can see what she's talking about for you. But this is our message from Mother Hecate, and it's our new moon message. She does say there's a lot of messages out there. Continue to look. This is not your only message. There's other readers, there's other messages, there's other signs. But she's saying it's time to just get past this. It's time to make this understanding so that this comes through. I love you all so very much. Have a good one. Bye.